Hi, my name is Kelly Davidson, and I'm going to be discussing why family and individual interventions, while beneficial, are not in and of themselves able to solve some of the larger societal issues that we're facing today, as well as the need for both policy impact and change. In the story of Robert Peace, we see various systemic injustices woven throughout the pages, including institutional racism and oppression. One of the most heartbreaking examples of both institutional racism and oppression is the arrest and the future incarceration of Robert's father, Skeet. Um, we see throughout that part of the book both injustices during the investigation as well as inadequate representation that Skeet was given during trial, and ultimately we see the ways that the flaws of the criminal justice system impact both Skeet and Robert. In Charles Robbins' TED Talk called Social Justice, Is It Still Relevant in the 21st Century?, he discusses incarceration in the United States. He tells the viewer that incarceration rates are the highest in the United States, more than any other country in the world. And he goes on specifically to detail that African American men have a 1 in 3 chance of being incarcerated, and Hispanic men have a 1 in 6 chance. These statistics take a very sobering form during the story of Skeet and his arrest and incarceration. These statistics point to the fact that family and individual interventions are not in and of themselves able to solve some of these larger societal issues and the very need for policy change. In Amy Hanover's TED Talk called The Influence of Policy, she also discusses incarceration in the United States. And at one point in her TED Talk, she says that crime is down all over the world, but incarceration is directly impacted by the policies that are implemented in the area in which one lives. And again, we see this evidence in the short and tragic life of Robert Peace during Skeet's arrest and incarceration. As I watched both of these TED Talks, a question that came to mind was, how has policy directly impacted higher rates of incarceration in the United States? And as I did some various reading, a common thread woven throughout the different articles was that rates have been increased by decisions of policymakers as they've increased both the implementation of sentencing as well as the severity of prison sentences. In conclusion, while Robert, Skeet, and Jackie could have all benefited in some way from individual and family interventions such as advocacy, strength-based assessment, the reality is the larger issues of institutional racism and oppression were at play throughout the book. As social workers, there's an important need to incorporate both individual and family interventions alongside of a commitment to policy change and impact.